I ain't know y'all can hear me or not, but I'm just gonna have to do it this way. Yeah, I had to do it this way. I had to go to another device. Yeah, I had to go to another device, Tony. But I'm tell you what, it's gonna be some difficulties in these men and women fighting for a matchup. And the women fighting for a matchup comes tomorrow with UConn taking on UCLA and Texas taking on taking on South Carolina. Like I said, I'm taking South Carolina and I'm taking UConn and I'm taking South Carolina to win it all tomorrow. They play tomorrow, the Final Four tomorrow, and we'll find out who we play the national championship tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. So let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at these four teams. They go take a look at they go. Let's take a look at UConn. Let's look at the four teams how they fared. And the regular season, South Carolina beat Texas. And Texas looking for a sweet revenge. What better way to beat South Carolina, get payback to old South Carolina that beat them in the Final Four to go into the national championship? That is some sweet revenge, ain't it? That's a sweet revenge for Texas. And to get here in the Elite Eight, Texas beat Tennessee by 8 points. To get here, uh, South Carolina beat Maryland by 4 points. So it's give and take. Give and take with these two teams, with South Carolina and Texas, right? It's give and take. So I'm going to go with. Let me go to okay. We'll go with Texas and South Carolina first. Right now, I'm telling you, these two teams are familiar with each other, and they both bring stingy defense into the Final Four. So it's gonna be who can impose their will on the other team with South Carolina and Texas. The Final Four and the national championship game will be held in Tampa, Florida. And they're both for number one seed coming in this tournament. And Don Staley, hey, that was a great hire by South Carolina. That was a great hire. And Schaefer's, I'm tell you, that was a great hire by them too. That was a great hire by them. He's a great coach. So yeah, I like South Carolina myself, Tony. I like South Carolina myself. And like I said, these two teams have played each other in the regular season. South Carolina won. And let me go get that. Wish I could get y'all some box scores here, but I can't get you no box scores. But line on it, South Carolina favored by 5.5 points. So, uh, so it's really cool. And South Carolina beat them. I'm trying to figure when did they. I'm trying to figure out when they did play. Shoot, they ain't showing me nothing. But I'm trying to find. I think yeah, it was March. Yeah, South Carolina beat uh, Texas in the SEC tournament by 19 points. So Texas looking for a repeat. It's not looking for a repeat of what happened in the SEC tournament. I'm trying to see that they played during the regular season. Trying to see that they played the regular season. Hold on. I'm trying to see that South Carolina take. Yep. Yes, they did. They did play regular season, but South Carolina lost to Texas in the regular season. But South Carolina came back in the SEC tournament to beat them. Came back in the SEC tournament to beat them and to win. And that's going to show what caliber team that is. So, in other words, I'm going to go with they got both got stingy defense. They got both got great coaches. It going to be a slugfest. Yeah, that's I'm going to say that about every team in the tournament. They got every even the men. They got to limit the turnovers and they got to hit free throws. Cause I don't know, have y'all heard me say it before? I had said it before. Turnovers, but the most important thing, forget them turnovers. Forget them turnovers. Oh, you can't forget the turnover, but I'm not saying forget them. But they got to hit their free throw. South Carolina got to hit theirs. Texas got to hit theirs to win this ball game. Because free throw will win you the game, and they will also lose you the ball game. And I'm looking forward to South Carolina going to the inside more often, and Texas they go inside too. So it's gonna who can impose who will on each other. That is the question. So I ain't gonna be home long with this one right here. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna do the men's bracket, but I'm not gonna be on long for that either. But I will might come back later tonight for another live, so I got something to talk about. But I'm gonna say this right here: UCLA and UConn. But I'm gonna say this right here. Let me see who did. Let me find out. Let me see who did they beat to get there. Hold on. Let me see who did they get. Who did they beat to get there? Okay, I want to put it like this: UConn beat USC, the number one seed, which UConn ranked number two. Do I think they beat UConn beat USC by 14 points? Do I think if Juju Watkins were playing for USC, would UConn won that ball game? I'm gonna say no. It'll be UConn and it'll be USC, UCLA, the Bella of California. So that being said, but UConn won, and come Friday they got to play UCLA, and that gonna be a knockout drag out, and UConn is favored by 7.5 points. And they got this talented freshman who could play the inside, who could play outside, and they got the dynamic girl who could distribute, who can hit free throws, who can hit a three. So that this game right here is gonna be, like I said, I'm looking forward to UConn and South Carolina playing in the finals. But how many points the UConn Gino? He been there before. He had done it before. This coach, I don't know so much about. He probably hasn't been there before. But this is new territory. And I'm gonna say this: South Carolina, Don Stanley, and UConn coach Gino have been there before. Texas and UCLA coach has not been there, and that's gonna be a big factor. They're gonna be a big factor in these two matchups. Can UCLA women Lady Bruins beat UConn? I won't say yes. Can Texas beat? And like I said, South Carolina and Texas has split. Texas beat them during the regular season, and South Carolina beat them during the SEC tournament. And UCLA and Connecticut, UConn, they're gonna be a great matchup. Can UConn oppose their will? Can they run? Can they run UCLA out of the gym? Can they run them out of the gym? Can they run them out of the gym? We will find out. We will find out. Let me see. I'm trying to find some stats. I wish I could get some stats for y'all with compare them to, but I can't. I can't find no stat. And that game would be at 9:30 p.m. tomorrow on ESPN. And South Carolina, Texas plays at 7 o'clock on ESPN. So who do y'all have? South Carolina versus Texas and UConn versus UCLA. In Tampa, Florida, hey, it got to show them women some love. On support them tomorrow when the game comes on. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic. So I you can't say enough about it. You can't say enough about these ladies. They work hard to get there and they do their thing. Hey, I support women basketball because you got some great players in there. You got some great coaches that's coaching women basketball. And this gonna be, you want to say UCLA, but your heart is UConn. I, I'm going UConn because of the coach, and I'm going South Carolina because of the coach, and I think South Carolina would beat them in the championship game. But this March Madness, that's your championship, just the Final Four. Anything could happen. Like I said, would I be surprised Texas beat South Carolina? No, I won't. Would I be surprised UCLA beat UConn? No, I wouldn't. So it is what it is. But this gonna be fun to watch them games tomorrow. But I will be going live late in the night, Tony. I'll be going live later tonight. Oh, hey, I got some doozy for you. I got some doozy for you. We're gonna talk about Anthony Edwards and the girl that he paid money to get an abortion, and he don't want to. We'll talk about that later. But like I said, let's support the women basketball. Let's tune into ESPN and watch it and enjoy it. Because I know some people don't like women basketball. I know some people don't. But guess what? We got to love. We got to support them. We don't have to. But just think if there's your daughter, your niece, in that light, and she was out there playing, would you like them to support you? When you want them to support you, support your daughter, yes, you would. And this game, these two Final Four games, I feel I feel the heartbeat. I feel the heartbeat of those players. Nervousness, anxiety. I'm tell you what else. Nervousness, anxiety. This a big stage. Who make the first turnovers? Who hit the free throws? Who don't try? Which team do not try to do too much? Is going to win these ball games. You're right, Sniper. Women basketball is a beast. You're right. Don't pay the referee no mind. Yeah, women basketball. Salute, Shawana Williams, Sniper. Because I look like this. They work just as hard as the men. They work just as hard as the men, or even harder. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I like women basketball. I'm gonna tell you why I like the women basketball. They do the fundamentals. They do the fundamentals. So they not trying to dunk, although some of them can dunk, but they do the fundamental in the ball game. They do the fundamental. So you're right. Listen to the coach. the referee gonna do what they do. That's that's to go for the men tournament final four and the women final four. Do what you supposed to do. Do what you got to do. Cause if you let the referee dictate the pace that you playing at, dictate your mindset, dictate your mindset, guess what? They're gonna take you out of the ball game. And you cannot and the players cannot afford to get taken out the ball game by a referee. See, basketball is a mental anything you play, anything you do in life, it's a mental capacity of it. It's a mental capacity of it. Can you shut the noise out? We're gonna find out what the women made of. I'm gonna ask this one last question, then I'm getting out of here, and I'll probably go live again tonight. How many of y'all show and flame gonna watch the Final Four tomorrow night? How many of y'all gonna watch the Final Four tomorrow night? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. How many of y'all gonna watch it? So join me later tonight. It probably be about around, I'm gonna say about around 11:30 probably. I come back live. So I wanted to give y'all some stats on these 4 teams, but they didn't come up. I don't know why. And the tail of the tape. So, like I said, 2 coaches got experience in the Final Four and win this national championship, and 2 coaches that don't. We're gonna find out. Hold on, Snipe. Hold on, Snipe. Let me do something right quick. Hold on, let me do something right quick. Did you Sniper? Sniper. Sniper.
Oh, I had you on mute, brother.
you on mute. Lord,
Yeah,
I had to make
you
sure.
on mute.
I had to make sure it was you.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, but like I said, women basketball is fundamental basketball, basically how you should play the game. But South Carolina, like I said, I'm taking South Carolina and I'm taking UConn, and I'm gonna say UConn lucky that Juju Watkins had got hurt. That's about 20 points a game right there, and they lost by 14. You do the math. So what you think of it?
Yeah, I got South Carolina winning it all over UConn. My bracket was pretty good. I was at
Until
80. No. My bracket was good until I was at 83% correct,
mm-hmm.
which is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You talk about the men's or the women bracket?
You want to know something funny, bro? Is that the men's bracket and the women's bracket, I was in the low 80s percentile. Usually, I'm at the way bottom. They kicked me out after the first round. But listen, but I made it. I made some very good picks, but I got South Carolina going to three-peat. Um, they're not as strong as they were for the last 2 years, but they are um they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it.
Yeah.
So they're holding on strong.
Yeah, and I look at South Carolina like they they just seem like they reload. They just reload, and whatever Don Staley is doing in South Carolina, it's working. Whatever she's doing is working.
But if you look at it, bro, she's taken the same approach and putting a spin at it as the Yukon did uh years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Yukon, I mean, remember Yukon, at first it was Tennessee. It was Tennessee. You couldn't stop Tennessee for nothing. I mean, they had players that was dunking on folks in years ago. Um,
yeah. Just Park, oh Lord have mercy. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So you had that, and then but then UConn made a push for a couple of years, and they built around a strong fundamental basketball game.
Yeah,
And once you put the fundamentals back in it, you can't stop it.
yeah. And I'm gonna say this right here. With Tennessee and when Pat Summit God rest her soul, when she was here, when she was at Tennessee, you didn't know who was gonna win. UConn or Tennessee, because they were going back and forth. And Don State using that same formula. I'm gonna tell you who else is trying to use that same formula. Karen Lawson at Duke.
Yeah, she got some. She has a few more years. I don't want to say a few more years. I'm gonna give her another year, maybe another season or two before she peaked that summit.
Yeah,
But she's going in the right direction.
yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, with like I said before, um Texas beat South Carolina during the regular season. But during the SEC tournament, South Carolina got them. So it's a rubber match per se. This is a rubber
Yeah,
match.
but you got to understand, South Carolina lost a few good players, and I wish I had my list. But South Carolina lost a few good players, um, due to the draft and the NBA or graduating. So
Hmm.
they were kind of feeling this year seemed like they was on a rebuild. And but hey, when it counted,
Yeah,
they gelled together and made it work.
yeah, and
Um, you got to think
mhm,
about this too. UConn was in the same boat because again, UConn used to dominate,
yeah,
but they didn't have the players that oh, what's that dude's name? They didn't have
so,
the they didn't have Maya.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mine more, yeah,
Maya Moore. They didn't have the Maya Moore this year. So he used what he had, and when it counted, he did his thing, and
yeah,
he coached a good team. So
yeah. And they got I think they got one or two freshmen. UConn
hmm
does. That girl, hey, Zone Lincoln can guard all five positions, can hit the three, can take it down low and hit free throws.
you know
That's a complete player.
who she remind me of?
Who?
A female version of Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She can grab some
Got
rebound.
good feet work, um, and her defensive game is just on point, bro. Um, but she does remind me of a female version of Dennis Rodman. But Dennis Rodman wear dresses now, so I don't know if I can say female.
but then that know that freshman, I think she's junior now or senior now. I can't think of a doggone name for UConn. And she could dish the ball and she could shoot the three. You could
Yeah,
I can't think of her name, but good God, boy. And they want to talk about Caitlin Clark. I think she got Caitlin Clark beat. She got Caitlin Clark beat. But
yeah, but you had the Reese's and the Clayton Clark, but I think that Maya Moore really put female basketball on the map for the time she was there. And
mhm,
then it fell off because there wasn't nobody after her that was dominant as her.
yeah, and the reason for the people that go and watch is like Myra Moore, who's that? She played for who did she played for the
She played for
uh
UConn.
played for UConn and did she play for Minnesota? The
No,
Minnesota
she's
Lynx in
yeah, yeah,
WNBA.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and I think she was doing some outreach program in a prison. She fell in love with a prisoner, and they got married. I think they got one child together, and they've been together ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know where she from, don't you? She from Georgia.
Yeah, she right here. Is she right there from Marietta area?
Yeah, I think Marietta area.
Yeah, I followed her. I mean, most people don't do it, but I follow I kind of follow because and God help my soul when I say this. And I hope nobody's recording this when I say this. What's up, Rimrock? But the only Tennessee fan, only team that I followed was Tennessee back in the day. I was a huge Pat Summit fan, huge Pat, because the way she coached.
Yeah, yeah. Again, she was. I seen her yank somebody out, her star player out of the game because they messed up and wasn't following what she was doing. I seen them snatch them out of the game. They sat the bench for a while.
She did not. She did not care. She was like, "Listen, you gonna play my way or nobody else's way."
There you go. And then UCLA, can UCLA get them a women title?
Can UCLA?
Yeah,
I think that UCA is a bench short of winning the title this year.
yeah,
I think that they, as I was watching, they will be up and lose the league when you put bench players in. So I think they are a 6 man short. Um, but they still have the opportunity because you can't brush them off. You know what I'm saying? You cannot brush them off because they play hard. And one thing they do, once they catch a lead and they catch on fire,
it's
they
over
are
with.
hard to beat.
Yeah.
They are hard to beat.
So you couldn't. I'm not. I like you kind of win that ball game. Like I said, would I be surprised if UCLA beat UConn? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And Texas, Lord have mercy, what a job that coach that did at Texas for the
Way
Lady
to
Longhorn.
way to put your team on the map in 1 year. Way to
And
do it.
yeah, that's how you do it. And I'm going to say this: the women in the SEC put 10 teams in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, listen, you know, for the longest time, the SEC was not a dominant basketball. They didn't have to. We were known for the SEC was known for going to the NIT and still get blown out in the first round. Um, so, but they have, you know, the SEC has, you know, they're getting those players and now good coaches to put us back on a map, just like you know the SEC football. They're close, and then with South Carolina winning back to back, um, it's just it's putting a stamp on the SEC when it comes to the when it comes to basketball. Period, boys and girls.
Yeah, and the thing is, you look at. I'm going to say this: look at the men's and look at the women basketball. Right? It used to be Tennessee and everybody else. Right? Like basketball, used to be Kentucky and everybody else. But
Right.
now everybody catching up, starting to have these good coaches. So guess what? It is you're gonna get these good games. You're gonna get these good coach games. You're gonna get these good quad one games in conference play, and everybody else starting to catch up. Everybody else
Well,
starting to catch up.
well, you think about it like this right here. Y'all know, and all your fans and everybody in 20 East Nation and Wolfpack Nation know I am a dog fan, and I was so proud that after damn near 20 years, we made it to the SEC, or we made it to the first round of the March Madness, and hey, we're proud. You know, we stand tall on our football team, but our basketball team, we got a good coach, and he's making different he's taking us deep. You know what I'm saying? When we had Anthony Edwards and all of them, you know, we had a chance, but we just didn't have that coach to put them on the map. So the SEC is definitely coming back when it comes to basketball because, like you said, it was Kentucky, it was the Dukes, it was the North Carolinas, it was the USC's, um, it was the oh, what's that team up north?
It was
That one.
Syracuse. It was Georgetown.
No,
It,
we
it-
missing one. The one that that is always asleep. This like Creighton. But there's another one. Oh my God, what's the name? I can't think of the doggone name right now, and I wanted to mention it. Everybody's going to that school now because of basketball. But this is the difference, and I'll think of it in a second. The one thing about this about the difference between girls basketball and boys basketball is that girls stay 2 or 3 years. Boys are one and done. So
yeah,
you can't get a hold and get to know players because they're one and done in boys basketball.
yeah. And this what I want to. Yeah, I'm telling you what going to be a trend in women basketball. Go get some of the D1, D2s basketball players and put them on your team because they got something to prove. And guess what? They're going to shine. They're going to
Facts,
shine.
bro. Facts.
And they're going to start having women basketball. Watch.
But let's go deeper than that, bro. Go to these community colleges and get some of those players. Those players, they got very good players. They just got to get the grades to get into the school. That's the only thing that's that's stopping them from getting that far.
Yep.
Um, but they got chip on their shoulders, man, and they get in the league. You know what I'm saying? They because a lot of those kids they going to those community colleges, getting their feet wet, getting their grades up, and then they head to these best schools and they show out.
Yep. Yep. And everybody said them Cinderella teams cause of player transfer or whatever. I look at it like this right here. Uh, The NCAA tournament. I don't care what tournament, volleyball tournament, whatever. It gives every school an opportunity to get in there, get in the tournament, right? Except football. But once that team gets in there, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, think about it. You think about it. Think about a couple of years ago, Gonzaga. That's the team I was thinking about. Gonzaga. Think about Gonzaga.
Oh, I got one better than that. Lower Marymount that year when they went
Okay,
up there,
okay.
when they started playing play UNLV. You know what I'm saying? It, it's going to come to that, and it's going to be the WNBA. Going, I think they're going to span to two more teams in WNBA, but that right there to keeping women over here to play the WNBA, which I think they should get paid more than they're getting paid though. My just that's just my opinion. Okay. But
Wait, say it again.
I say I think the women should get paid more than they're getting paid.
But let's think about that, bro. Now let's talk about that in for a second. And I agree with you. I think you get paid for doing something that you love. Understand
Yep.
that. But when you look at some of these teams, these WNBA teams, where will the money come from? They got to put fans in the they got to put butts in the seats.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, a lot of people do not go to those games. It's just like you know, I have a friend who plays um, semi-pro football, females, because that's big up north. And she's like, "Well, we should get, start our own league." Well, you could, but where's the revenue coming from? We pay these fans, or not the fans. We pay these players when we go to games. We pay these fans when we watch the games and not people are in tune to that like they are the NBA or the NFL or college football.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but some of these teams is aligned with the NBA teams. You see what I'm saying? And what Anthony Edwards just he be the new contract guy. What how much he get? Why some of the teams that got WNBA teams allocate some of that money to them? And I'm going to say this right here. Back when WNBA started, we had Cheryl Swoop, Cynthia Cooper, uh, uh, I can't think of that. Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo. Back then,
Yeah, yeah.
hey, look how big it was back then. They had big names. Nobody hardly know none of these players. That's another thing.
But yeah, that is totally. I totally agree with you, bro. I totally agree. But again, it is it the if you start a league, is it the NBA's job to support the WNBA when you're not getting a big return? Because remember when Leslie and them all came out, that was the beginning of the WNBA.
And they still weren't getting paid.
And they
And,
was
and
and they wasn't getting paid because they didn't put enough. They put butts in the seats, but they wasn't putting enough in the seats.
oh, Houston did. Houston put butts in the seats.
Yeah, true, truth.
And
Houston sold out. Houston sold out because you got to remember they weren't. I mean, the Oilers were leaving,
yeah,
and the Rockets. The Rockets started it off. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Back then, the Astros was not winning anything. The Oilers weren't winning anything. They didn't have a hockey team. They didn't have a soccer team. So it was the Rockets and everybody else. But then when the Rockets kind of fell off when Jordan came back, then the Comets took over.
Yeah, yeah,
And they won. They won their four in a row. But you right. Today's WNBA ain't nothing like it was back in the days. They're not, and the big guns are retiring.
yeah.
Like Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, they're leaving. I don't think Maya Moore's around anymore. And then
Huh.
Lena Della Don.
Yeah,
I mean, the big guns are leaving, and this new crop that's coming in, we weren't really watching them like that. Well, we seen the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark because of the little
yeah.
drama, whatever they had. But for them, wasn't no, like Elena Boston and all, wasn't nobody really paying attention back
Right.
Mm-mm.
then.
The only person they was really paying attention a couple of years before the Reese and the Clayton Clarks, like you mentioned, was Maya Moore. But she
Yeah.
was
That's
one
it.
person.
Hmm.
Like I said, it's not it's like it's not no. What big names do you actually see in women's college basketball? You got Juju Watkins, right, at USC.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
got Flo J, down at LSU. She from Georgia. That's what I mean. I know about her. And who else? Who else?
And I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I ain't trying to, defecate on no kid or anything like that. But I think Flau'jae is overhyped. She
Yeah.
ain't nothing like. I mean, nothing like a Candace Parker or Cynthia Cooper or Maya
Mm-mm,
Moore
mm-mm.
or what's the other chick that played at Tennessee where they went undefeated 2 years in a row. Tall chick, I forgot her name.
Oh, Candace Parker.
No, not Candace Parker, the one that came before Candace Parker.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name either.
And
Damn.
she came along in the late 90s, and I mean she had Pat Sum and them, they were unbeatable. I
Right.
Yeah.
mean, they mowed through everybody. I forgot her name. Tall, lanky kid, tall, lanky girl. She was about 6'9", 6'10", or something like that.
I
Yeah.
thought she's supposed to play volleyball myself.
Hey,
I
said it.
mean, hey, good evening, Static. But yeah, man, they don't have the marketing. They don't have the
Yeah.
big guns, and not just the WNBA, man. The NBA is in trouble.
Yeah.
The NBA is in trouble, man. Let's just say if LeBron decide to hang it up. LeBron
Yeah.
decided to hang it up. Curry ain't no spring chicken himself.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I see him getting into acting or getting in, doing kind of like being a philanthropist, like Kobe. Okay, so when LeBron and Steph Curry leave, who's gonna carry the league? And
Yeah.
you're gonna have it's gonna be carried by these European boys. I hate
Yeah.
to say it,
Yeah.
Dragic,
Luca.
Luca, and the kid out of Duke. I see him doing big things. Now
You talk about
Anthony
Cooper
Edwards,
Flag. Yeah.
Cooper Flag, Broom, the boy from Auburn. I see him doing some things.
Marcy
That
is gonna
kid
be in
down
that.
there,
Go ahead.
that kid down there in Florida. I see him doing some things, but it ain't no big guns like a LeBron, like a Dwayne Wade, like a Kevin Durant, like a Chris Paul, like a James Harden. You don't have that. You're not gonna have that in the next wave of the NBA. So I think both leagues are in trouble. Sniper. I think both leagues are in trouble, man.
Yeah,
But
I can
yeah.
see. I can see. I definitely. You put some thought process in when you say that, because I wasn't thinking about, because LeBron only got but a year and a half left. If he could stop, if he could stop fighting with Stephen A.
That's another show.
Yeah, that's another show. Hey, we should do that. But LeBron got a few years left. Steph Curry got a few years left. You
Durant got a few years left.
But I think that the Joker Joker, I think he can step it up. I mean, I haven't heard nothing from him this year. I think he's been hurt a little bit. You still got Anthony Edwards out there. The one I'm really, really, really. What's the boy that played for the Pelicans? Williams, Zion Williams. Disappointment.
He don't. Yeah, he's a big disappointment, man.
Big disappointment. All that hype.
He don't.
Go ahead, Armando.
He don't apply himself. He's blessed with God-given talent, man. But he just, the money and the women, he got sidetracked, bro. Unfortunately, he got sidetracked. Women, I mean, and not just women, man. I mean, man, them porn stars. And that's another thing too, man. What's up with these NBA players? All of a sudden, man. I mean, look, if you're gonna date a star. Don't, I mean, man, they dating porn stars now.
Yeah. Hey, he remind me of a Dennis Rodman. But you know who he really reminds me of? Russell. DeMarco Russell? Got drafted by the Raiders, came in 500 pounds.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna say he but Jamarcus Russell is one of the biggest NFL busts of all time.
Yeah,
he gonna go down. When I say bust, I mean a guy that was blessed with unbelievable God-given talent, got in the league and wasted it. And that's Jamarcus Russell and Ryan Leaf. A lot of people do not remember Ryan Leaf when he was at Washington State. He was the truth. I mean, that dude was Dan Marino, John Elway, Drew Bledsoe, Jim Kelly, all rolled up in one.
Yes, sir.
Arm strength, accuracy, and he could run over you.
But on the problem was, he played in the Pac-12.
Well, not just that, because you got some quarterbacks, man. Hell, Aaron Rodgers played in the Pac-12. The problem that wasn't the problem. Aaron Rodgers played the Pac-12, man. The problem was, man, is that the dude, little did we know, and nobody knew this, because they were like pumping him up as the All-American, America's apple pie quarterback. Nobody knew that he had a drug issue. Nobody knew that. Behind closed doors, nobody knew. Even when he was at Spokane, Washington, going at Washington State, he was balling out. and he could maintain. He was doing his thing. He was, hitting lines and everything before practice, but he would go out there and ball out. But the thing is, you were playing against boys. When you step up in the NFL, you playing against grown men.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. Just like the NBA had all these Durant and LeBron, it ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be harder than nobody in the NBA after them. That what happened to the WNBA. They went to Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, and all them folks left the WNBA. That what happened.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what I was just saying a while ago. It's not that people not watching just to be weird. It's a reason why people ain't watching. We watched it in the 90s. We watched it in the early 2000s. We're not watching it now because it's not marketable. It ain't it ain't no heavy hitters. Just like the reason why I don't watch the NBA, there's no heavy hitters, man. There's it's nothing. It ain't, man, and it kind of is. It's the NBA is gonna go through a phase like what they went through in the 70s.
Yeah, and
I hate to say it, man. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, they're gonna take a back seat to the NFL. Baseball coming back, Major League Baseball coming back strong.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, watch out for the NHL. The NHL, man, their attendance is going up. It seems like every other sport, the attendance is going up. In the MSL, the MLS, I'm sorry, the MLS, they pack the house. Yeah. All it's gonna take for them to get a major TV deal. Once the MLS get a major TV deal, it's a wrap. Yeah. I don't know what the NBA gonna do, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do.
And think about this about the WNBA. You had all these women coming to WNBA. Look back in the day. You had rivalry. The New York Liberty against Houston. People wanted to see that. The Spark versus the Comets. The Spark versus the Liberty. You see what I'm saying? You had that. You had that kind of rivalry going. Now it's like, where the rivalry go? You feel what I'm saying? So it just, if they're gonna take a hit, I guarantee you that more people that watch the women NCAA tournament and the men NCAA tournament than they did watch the WNBA or NBA.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. They were talking about that on First Take. They were talking about that on Paul Feinbaum just yesterday. They were talking about that on Paul Feinbaum. This year, I mean, hell, they said, man, going all the way back to like 2019. The NCAA March Madness, as far as like Nielsen ratings, outperformed the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, because think about it. In NCAA, right? NCAA tournament, I don't care, men or women. Everybody wants to see who is going to be that Cinderella team to make that run. You see what I'm saying? Who's going to be that Cinderella team going to make that run? And
well, I'm gonna be honest with you, you ain't gonna see that no time soon because the NIL and the transfer portal, the talent is spreading out. You're gonna see that Cinderella thing is not happening like that anymore because the good players ain't finna stay at a Davidson. A dude that's balling out, that balls out his freshman year and dropping 30 and 40 points at Davidson, he ain't finna stay in Davidson no 4 years. Okay, an agent gonna get in his ear and gonna direct him to Auburn, Bama, Georgia, or North Carolina or Duke. I'm telling you, if this was 2010 or 2011, all right, Steph Curry would have played 1 year at Davidson, and he would have been at Duke his last 3 years. I'm telling you,
I kind of
money.
One thing I disagree with you on, or want to add to it, not disagree, I want to add to it, is that they, it would have been a one and done deal. Because you remember, boys basketball is way different from any other basketball league out there. They one and done. Zion Williams, one and done. If Steph Curry did not want to get a degree, because that's what he wanted, he was one of those that said, "I'm gonna stay and get a degree." If somebody whispered in the ear for real, and he didn't have that parent, the parent told him to be like, "Hey, nah, you going to school not just to play basketball but get a degree," he would have been one and done. But that's the one thing that's killing the league. For one reason is that these one and done players, some of these one and done players, is not making any impact in the
NBA.
NBA.
Can
And I'm
I
saying,
say something though? Can I say
Yeah,
something on that? Let me say something to Sniper real good on this one, okay?
yeah,
That one and done thing, it's about to get ready to come to an end.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's about to get ready to come to an end because these players are getting paid in college, man. They are getting paid now. You got the schools paying them a salary. You got the alumni that's able to pay their money on the side. All right, they getting endorsement deals. You know what I'm saying? They are getting like money like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 different ways, bro. So that one and done, they ain't leaving so soon like they like 10 years ago. You ain't
Gotcha.
gonna see that happening anymore. They're gonna stay at least 2, maybe 3 years. If they are, I mean, balling out of control like Broom and Flag, they'll leave their 3rd year. But they're gonna at least stay 2 years. Now that the money is floating around, and it's gonna get even. I mean, that money is gonna increase in college football, basketball, on the collegiate level. The money is gonna increase, just like you see in football, where you seeing players coming back like Genty. That was a shock. I know damn well he would have went in the first round. I know damn well he would have been the first running back taken in this year's draft. But he decided to come back. Hold on, y'all. Let me take this call.
All right.
but I'm gonna say this right here. That's in the men basketball, the NIL in women's too, right? But like I said, one thing we haven't seen is a JUCO player, a low level Division 3, Division 2 player come to a woman's basketball like Duke or whoever, transfer there like we do the men. That's gonna be next. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna be next.
Well, I think we've seen it, but we haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Meaning, there are players who transfer to from D2 up to the D1 basketball, go to one of these schools, but it didn't pan out for them because there's always an opportunity to do that. So maybe, and I hear what you say, but I'm just like, maybe we haven't seen it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. And I think I look at this in my opinion. I think the what it done, what you was talking about, and some of the players that what it done, they not ready for the NBA. I think some of the women that they don't have no one and done, right? They don't have no one and done. They stayed 3, 4 years. Then what? Guess what? They get better as the year go along. Guess what? They didn't go to WNBA. Like we said, the WNBA don't have no big names. Because we can only name only reason we know how some of these few of these players' name is because of the team they on, and that team doing great, doing good.
No, well, if you think about this, I think Armando just mentioned it. We knew about Caitlin Clark and Reese not because of the team that they own, because they was battling for um, I don't know what the NBA called it, Player of the Year.
Yeah,
Um, and but and then Caitlin Clark came out of nowhere, but she was making noise. But again, we were not paying attention to it.
yeah,
Because it
I
was
mean, you can think
Iowa.
about it. We wasn't paying attention because she's in Iowa. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
but she was been making noise her whole 4 years in college.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say some of the women's players are more fundamental sound than the men players.
Well, I mean, the thing is talent, but the thing is, these guys are not. They don't have that flash, that marketable flash
Mm-mm.
like Kobe and LeBron. LeBron was marketable. You know what I'm saying? Shaq was marketable. You know what I'm saying? Dwight Howard was marketable. Penny
Charles
Hardaway
Barkley,
was marketable. Steph Curry, Charles Barkley, all of them, Karl Malone, John Stockton, them dudes were marketable.
Magic,
These guys that's
Kareem.
coming out,
Yep,
yeah, these guys that's coming out now, man, they too vanilla. They it's like they too Poindexter. They don't have no
that's
kind of
swag.
swag at all. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
they don't have anything that you can market them. And that's another reason why, Sniper, I said, man, that one and done crap is over with in college basketball. The only player I can see maybe doing a one and done is LeBron's youngest son.
no, yeah, yeah.
I could see him doing a one and done, but everybody else is coming. Man, when I get up on panel, everybody want to call. Hold on, y'all.
The black phone is going off, y'all. The black phone is going off. Hey,
but
but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Who was the last college basketball flash player that's in the league right now within 2-3 years was flashy in college that made that you can market right now that they market to get to the, and when he made to the league he's still making a little bit of noise? Who would that be?
mm, mm. I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna say
Mm,
Anthony Edwards.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna talk about him tomorrow.
Hey, listen, you bet not talk about my boy tomorrow.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about him.
No, dude, you bet not talk about my boy tomorrow.
I'm gonna talk about him.
I'm coming up and I'm going to defend him or celebrate with you, whichever way you go on it.
Oh, you gonna like what I got to say about him, and you gonna like what how. Put it away. You got a daughter, and okay, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, leave it at that. Leave it at that. You gonna have me up all night.
But yeah, he's good. He's good. And his favorite player, the one he looked at was Kevin Durant. But only difference is you look at the Kevin Durant he's sick of smooth. Kevin Durant just sick of smooth.
Yeah, that's what I call him. I call him smooth. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you this though. Hey, listen, and you know me and my I hold my family up high. You know what I'm saying? I love my
Hmm.
family. Malachi Joyner, y'all remember that name? Malachi Joyner. I don't know what school. That's my second cousin. Just won the state championship with Savannah State or Savannah High.
Hmm.
Senior year, he about. I think he gonna make some noise when he get to college too. I don't know even what school he's going to, but whatever school he going to, he gonna make some noise.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that name?
But I'm gonna say this right here. But I can't wait till tomorrow night. I cannot wait till tomorrow night. I'm looking at. I'm look. I love women basketball. I love the NCAA women basketball, right? And I'm nervous. I'm nervous for all four teams.
Yeah.
I'm nervous for all 14 because you know the nerves gonna the 14 the nerves. I don't care how long you've been playing that you gonna play sports before, and when you step out on that court or that field, whatever you step out on, that if you don't get butterflies stepping out on that field or that court, something wrong.
But you have to. You gotta treat this game and not let the game and the atmosphere get to you. You got to play this game like you play anything else. You don't play any harder because that's when mistakes happen.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let the lights get to you.
Yeah, and just I'm gonna say something Tony said. I don't care if the men or the women find the four. These teams got to listen to the coaches. They got to play their game. Let the referee gonna do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Referee gonna do what they do. Got to make your free throws. It gonna come down to who can make their free throw. Who gonna be mentally tough in tomorrow night? Who gonna be mentally tough?
Yeah, it's gonna come down to who does not try to overdo it.
Yeah.
And I think the best team with the best coach, and that's the reason why I picked them, is South Carolina to do that. Because they struggled all year. They had injuries all year. They struggled all year. Somebody must have put the cap over the hoop because they couldn't make shots all year. But they find a way to dig back and get back to it. And that's the reason why I picked South Carolina. I think they're to be a young team and a fundamentally sound team. I think that's the reason why I picked South Carolina to win and that be the first. I don't know. I got to see the UConn or Tennessee do a three-peat.
UConn did.
UConn did a three-peat.
I think they
in the early 2000s.
I think they did 3 or 4.
I got to look that up, but
I got to look that up too.
I think South Carolina is going to get their three-peat for this year.
Yeah, and I think the NCAA women basketball is in good hands with the coaches that these teams got right now. They're in good hand with these coaches. If Gino decide to retire, it's still in good hand. You see what I'm saying? It's still in good hand. Got some great coaches.
Yeah, I think that he coached enough that he's coached up some team, some good assistant coaches that could take over, and as long as they keep his philosophy and add their twist to it, and not just go and rebuild the whole thing. I mean, UConn's gonna be good. I think they're really good. I think, but you got some young, hungry coaches out here. That can handle the job.
Yeah.
Who is so? I know Armando said there's not too many of the too many Cinderella teams, but on the men's side, who did you think was the Cinderella team?
Let's see.
I already got my pick.
Oh, I'm gonna say this right here. It could have been Georgia. If they would have got their act together and stopped playing like they were nervous. Then let me see who the other one. Try to think. It's kind of hard to say. Who yours?
Creighton.
Yeah, Creighton. Yeah,
Creighton. They beat Louisville convincingly.
Yeah.
The bat phone off.
That was like a new potential client.
Okay. Hey, when you're done working, you're still working.
Yeah. This time, man, folks want to, they want their driveways looking good, man. Immaculate.
But hey, you better tell them to hold off because you're gonna do it and it's gonna turn green again.
Hey, look, he finna tell them that means they gotta call him back and come out there and do it again.
Exactly.
But I would say this right here.
Where y'all left off at, man? Bring me up
Oh,
to
I
speed.
just asked. I know you said there's no more. There's going to be potentially no more Cinderella teams because of all the NIL deals. But who do you think was for the men's side was the Cinderella team that everybody thought was could make a big run?
Um, well, see, this team wasn't exactly, in my opinion, a Cinderella, but they were Arkansas's. The buzz was pretty high about Arkansas's Ole Miss. If you're gonna, one of y'all got something on in the background. If you're gonna say Cinderella, then it's gonna be a team that's really has not been to that level, like the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. You'll see teams like, let's say, Ole Miss or Vanderbilt in the future. Teams like let's say Memphis, or teams that ain't been elite in a while, in years, may emerge or something like that. But as far as that Loyola and George Mason and Butler and Wichita State, man, them days over with, bro. them days over with, bro. They, you won't see
Well,
that no more.
I mentioned Creighton
Huh?
because I mentioned Creighton. Um, they made a pretty good run, beating some convincing teams. And I agree with D Truth. I seriously thought Georgia could have made it at least to the second round, but the lights and the atmosphere got to them because they got their backs blown out.
Um, that coach, it's a reason why the Florida fans were celebrating when he left. What's his name? Mike White. He's pretty. He would get you to he's average. He's an average coach, but you're not going to get to a Final Four with him. You're not going to win. He's not on the level of a Ned Oates. He's not on the level of a Bruce Pearl. He's not on the level of a Kevin Sampson or a John Shire. He's not on the level. That guy down there, that coach they got down there in Florida, he gonna win some championships. I can see him winning some championships. But that coach that's at Georgia, bro, he just, he's average. He's like, like Hugh Durham. Hugh Durham was, he would get us to the Sweet 16. He would get us to the tournament, but he could never, when it was time to go up against the big teams, he could not get over. He could not get past the big teams. So I'm not really gonna get my hopes and dreams up on Georgia basketball team. If they get there, they get there, and I'll be happy for them. If there's going to be a national title brought to Athens other than football, it would be the baseball team doing it.
Speaking about the baseball team, they're 28-2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who? Give me your top three. We're gonna start with women's first. Top three. Go
teams that will dominate.
No. Go head coaches of all time.
Top three women's head coaches of all time. I gotta go. Number one. You mean women's basketball or women coach? Gender, or what are you going by? Just
Women basketball.
Women's basketball, college women's basketball coach.
Okay, number one is Gino, because he did it. I mean, he started he ran the 90s, he ran the early 2000s, he ran the 10s, and he was working on the 20s. Got to give it to Gino, number one. Number two, Pat Summit. Number three, Dawn. But Kim Mulkey, I'm telling you, man, Kim Mulkey is on her heels. But I got to give it to Dawn, the number three. But yeah, that's mine. Women. Now, you want me to give the men?
Well,
You want me to do the men?
let D Truth answer the question for the women's
All right,
first.
go ahead, Dietrich. Go ahead.
Well, I got Gino and Pat Summer switched around, and number three, uh, I would say I can't Vivian. I can't think of her name. I can't think of her last name, but I think that Don State took after her. I think she was up in St. John or something like that. I forgot what school
How
it
many
was.
titles did she win?
She ain't won none. But you said it ain't about titles, about what you get the player to do. So she took a little
I
bit of
mean, I mean, that's your criteria, but I
yeah,
win
I
it
was saying.
matters.
Yeah.
My
We didn't matter
criteria
about
win.
think about it. Think about when she coached though. And God rest her soul. Just take when she coached. When Pat Summer and Gino was there. See what I'm
St.
saying?
John's, you can really. Some people would say St. John's basketball program is a blue blood, like
Yeah.
Georgetown and Villanova and
Mm-hmm.
Syracuse. Yeah, man, Lou Carnesecca won up there. He
Yeah.
just ran into Pat Ewing them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Georgetown, yeah.
he ran into the boogeyman. But where put Pat Ewing and Sleepy Floyd and Reggie Williams and Michael Graham and all of them, man, come on, bro. You know, Lou Carnesecca would have won about 2 or 3 national titles.
Yeah, Don Stanley, she number four. Kim Monkey, and let me see, it was somebody else. And now,
D Truth, I know this your show, but
Yeah,
it's the
man.
top three, baby. Top three, baby.
I want to get
You
to the
you better get all of them.
I
Then.
want to get to
You better
the
go down the list. All right, let's go to the men's.
men. The men, the men, the men, the men, the men, the men. Um, Number one, definitely John Wooden, without a doubt. John Wooden, great. He the goat. He is the GOAT, greatest of all time. That Joker won what 7 national titles in a row, and went what 4 or 5 years undefeated straight. No, ain't nobody done that. Nobody
Right.
ever done that. But John Wood. Number two, Coach K. Coach K, that longevity, he did it through the 80s, the 90s, the 2000. I mean, that Joker won a national title in every decade that he coached in, except the 80s. But the thing about the 80s, he was always in the Final Four.
and wants a
Um,
gold medal.
and won some gold medals. Exactly. Um, number three.
You go as far as back as you want, bro.
Number three. Y'all ain't gonna like the name I'm getting ready to say, man. But I gotta get a man his I gotta give a man his credit. He was a hell of a coach during his time. I don't like his political views. But that damn Adolph Rupp, bro. You can't deny the fact he's one of the greatest. And he would have to come number three. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people would probably say, well, dang, why you didn't put Dean Smith there? Dean Smith only won 2. He only won 2 national titles, man. He left a lot, he left some on the table that he should have
Yeah.
won. Dean Smith, no. I probably would put Roy Williams up there above Dean Smith, but
What about your coach
yeah,
who
man.
what about your coach who threw chairs and kicked the balls in the stands?
Oh,
What's his name?
Bobby Knight. Oh,
Bobby
rest his
Knight.
soul. Yeah.
He won 3. The thing about it with Bobby Knight, they were how can I put it, man? He won every time he won, he had an elite player on the squad. 76, he had Quinn Buckner. Okay, Quinn Buckner was elite. All right. And 81 had Isaiah Thomas. I mean, I mean, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? One of us could have won a title with Isaiah Thomas. And
Yeah.
then in '87, he had the best player, the best player of the year, Steve Alford. I mean, he had three once in a generational type talents. I don't know what happened to Alford in the NBA. I think when the Pacers drafted Reggie Miller and they did not choose Alford in the first round, that kind of like took his confidence and his confidence level, and he started drinking. And he was never the same. But a lot of people don't remember. That was a bad white boy. That boy, I mean, that dude was hitting threes from center court. he was hitting threes from the damn logo. He was hitting threes like damn Steph Curry, bro. That damn Steve Alford was a bad boy. A lot of people don't remember. He was a bad boy. Hard to guard him. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's my three: John Wooden, Coach K, Adolph Rupp.
Who you got,
Yeah.
Dietrich?
I gotta go with what he got, but I really put a foot in his mouth though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But I you got to give him credit though, man. You got to get one thing about it. People don't talk about this. But Adolph Rupp, he played anybody. He didn't allow no blacks on his team, but he played against anybody. He would go up, and you remember the Big Ten was loaded with black athletes. He would take Kentucky up there, and they would play Ohio State. They would play Michigan State. Hell, they even played a couple of HBCU schools.
But
So he didn't run from no competition, bro.
yeah, but when he played that team, that was the national champion, and he lost.
Well, it was bound to happen.
Yeah, it was bound to happen.
You got to remember, man, that team had David Ladden. David Ladden balled out in the ABA and in the NBA. And the dude, the one that David Ladden was battling under the goal, and he split his nose in half. He was kind of soft in the beginning of the movie, but he got hard toward the end. He played with the Celtics, and he played with the Celtics for a couple of years. He was on that championship team, that '74 championship team, and Billy Joe.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of
the one that passed away. He just said the hell with basketball, man. But I guarantee you, if he would have went into the NBA, man, he would have went down as one of the greatest point guards of all time. Because the ball skills he had, and on offense, and especially on defense. I mean, man, that dude would have he would have been hell in the NBA, man. But he just gave up, just like kind of like that dude that played for us, Sniper, Robert Poole.
Yeah,
he played the game of his life in that championship game, bro. And after for whatever reason, he was like, "Look, I don't want no more parts of football. I just go the educational route."
Yeah, and to ask you a question, Sniper, about how many championship the UConn Lady Huskies won. They won 3 straight from 2002 to 2004. Then they won 4 straight from 2013 to 2016.
That was the Maya Moore era. For all 4 years, Maya Moore was there. She won a national title.
You know who you mentioned that I was like, man, I love watching her play. That's Sue Bird. I love watching her play.
Yes, I loved her when she was at UConn. Her and that was the best duo. That was, to me, that was the greatest women's duo of all time.
You talking about Sue Bird and
Sue Bird and Diane Taurasi, the greatest.
Oh yes.
The greatest backcourt of all time.
Yeah. Who you gonna stop? Who you gonna stop? All right, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. I already know who Snapper taking to win it all.
Let me ask you a question before you go there. Before we go into that, who do you have as the greatest backcourt? In history, college basketball, greatest backcourt.
Greatest backcourt. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Ooh, boy, you make me go through all my Rolodex, ain't you? You talking about college basketball, period?
College basketball.
Let me see. I'm trying to think. Trying to think. Oh, shoot.
And titles don't matter. Titles don't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. Titles don't matter. It's some team that won national title. Their backcourt was average.
Yeah, they had a hell of a front court though. But that's it. I'm trying to think, but
I would say that backcourt that UNLV had, when they was a tear.
Greg Anthony and Anderson Hunt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man.
That's the one I remember the best right there is that Hunt and Anthony.
What you got to say? What you got to say? What you got to say? What you got to say, Mondo? He got that harmony like he in church.
Man,
it been some good ones too. It been some great ones.
Y'all forgetting about a goddamn dream backcourt, bro. A dream backcourt. And I'm gonna give you the year. From 82, 83, 84. To me, they had the baddest backcourt in college basketball history.
I was 1 and 2 at that year, so I
know you ain't gonna be able to get it. But D Truth, I'm surprised, bro. I'm very, very surprised you forgot about these two, bro.
Yeah, I probably did. Because no, kidding one there.
Right. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and give it to you. The North Carolina Tar Heel backcourt of 82, 83, 84. Michael Jordan and Kenny Smith.
Oh,
I thought you. I said that was the first thing came by him. Like, wait a minute, because I was trying to figure out did Kenny Smith and Michael Jordan play at the same time in North Carolina?
Yes,
I was trying to figure that out. Yeah.
And the reason why I said titles don't matter because they didn't win. They didn't win no title. They got upset in 82 by Georgia in the Elite Eight. They got
that was a total year one.
I'm sorry, 83, 84. They put 2 years together. 83, they got upset. They got who the hell they lost to in 83? 83. Yeah, 83, they lost to Georgia. They got upset by Georgia in the Elite Eight. Vern Fleming them. And then in 84, they got beat by Bobby Knight them. Steve Alford freshman year.
Ooh, they were
the number 1 overall seed going in both tournaments. They were the number 1 overall seed in 83, and they were the number 1 overall seed in 84. Everybody was praying for a North Carolina Georgetown rematch because not only did they have Jordan and Kenneth Smith, okay, but
Sam
remember
Perkins.
they had Sam Perkins and they had Brad Daugherty.
Yep.
They had a squad, bro. They had a squad, bro.
But yeah, man. Hey, we're gonna talk more about we're gonna talk about the men's tournament tomorrow. And like I said, boy, I'm just sit back and watch it. And Saturday, don't nobody call me at 6 o'clock.
I ain't gonna do you like that. I'm not. I damn sure don't want you bothering me. And Georgia playing a very important game, so I ain't gonna do that to you. Like, I know, bro. I'm telling you, man. When we played Bama that night, one good thing about you is you will call if we winning. You ain't finna call and nitpick if we losing. You know what I'm saying? That be
You right about that, bro. You are definitely right about the only people that
man. Don't call me and my team losing, man. You might get cussed out.
Hey, but you know what? The only person I talk to if we winning or losing at halftime is you.
You know why? You know why, man? Because we can relate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. I can't talk to nobody outside of the Georgia fan base during the game. I don't care if we playing UAB, Charleston Southern, or whoever, bro. I have to talk to a fellow dog fan. I can't talk to no other. I can't talk to no other fan until the game is over. Until we got them like down by 4 or 5 touchdowns or something like that.
Hey, but Sniper, but he will answer the telephone when I call at halftime.
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Me and Armando, as soon as they start running, that they hit double zeros, we both call each other at the same time. But hey, bro, what you think? What you think? Man, this my beep beep beep. Or hey, man, we doing it all right here. We do it. Hey, we do it. That's what we supposed to do.
And you know what, man? After I got off the phone with you at halftime, cause me and you were like, you didn't know what was going on with Carson Beck. You thought that it was a chance he may come back in the game, and I was like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Then the Truth had called, and the Truth was like,
he ain't coming back.
He ain't coming back. But I got a feeling Connor Stockton gonna lead y'all to victory. I was like, man, I was saying to myself, man, I don't want to hear that shit, man. The season over with. I was thinking of reasons, man. I was like, man, what I'm gonna say? God talked all that smack in the pregame show this morning. I was like, man, oh man, what am I gonna say to everybody? Because we done lost this game.
Then what happened? Hey, then what happened after I told you that?
Oh yeah, we won.
Yeah. See, hey, I like this right here. Bottom line, we keep it straight. See, we know how to call each other. We already know. Don't call don't call during no game with your team when that other person team playing. Like you said, might get cussed out. I think my no, I'm gonna get cussed out one year.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on. I'm trying to think what game that was, man. You got mad.
LSU.
No, man. 'Cause I was trying to calm you down. I told you, I said, look, man. I was like, man, don't get too happy, man. I just got a feeling, bro. This thing ain't over with. That was that year y'all was up like 24-0 at halftime. I was like, man, I just got a feeling this game ain't over with. Calm down, bro. And then in the second half, man, LSU started running back kicks and pick sixes and stuff. And that thing, you know, bro, man, the game was tied. I was like, oh man.
He might get hey, you Sniper. He almost got cussed out that day.
You know, hey, you know what it is.
I know what game you
call us.
I know what game you talking about. I know what game you talking
hey,
about.
Look, hey, Sniper. Hey, he called me in the middle of the game.
No. One day, the one game you really got pissed off at me about was the Iron Bowl we watched together here. Remember the Iron Bowl we watched together here, Sniper. I was cheering harder than him, and Auburn ain't even my team. Auburn wasn't even my team. 2017, remember now, we had clinched the East. And the winner of the Iron Bowl, we were going to get the winner of the Iron Bowl in Atlanta. I didn't want no parts of Bama. And that I was cheering hard for Auburn. I was cheering hard for Auburn. And he was like, wait a minute now, what make you think we're going to be the easier win? I was like, man, I ain't saying y'all the easier win. I'm just saying, man, I know the referees, when it come to Auburn and Georgia, the referees going to let us play. You know what I'm saying? They ain't referees ain't gonna be trying to get in it. But when you
Right,
play
right,
Bama
right.
back then, them damn referees be trying to get in it.
But for all y'all out there, tomorrow gonna be the men's side of the Final Four, and if my instinct is right, the women's championship game will be on Sunday. What time? I had no idea.
Are we picking? Are we
Oh,
making any picks?
we making a pick. Who gonna make it to the final championship game? And who gonna win it all?
Um, I got South Carolina beating Texas, but that's gonna be a hell of a game. Don't be surprised if that game go in overtime. But I got South Carolina pulling it out based on the fact that Dawn Staley has been there and she know how to win big games. UConn, UCLA, I'm calling the upset right now. I think UConn is on a mission, and I think UConn will beat UCLA, and we'll have a UConn South Carolina finals, old school finals.
UConn favorite in that game.
Okay.
UConn favorite by 7.5 points in that game.
Okay. Yeah, I got UConn beating UCLA, man. I got them
We
beating UCLA.
yeah. Snap, we got South Carolina winning. Well, who are they playing in the
Yeah,
championship game?
I got
Snapper?
South Carolina. I got South Carolina winning the whole thing, bro. They on a mission this year, bro. They
Yeah,
ain't gonna be denied.
yeah. Who you got winning between USC, UCLA? Dang, I keep saying USC. I wanted to see Juju Watkins make it, but unfortunately, UConn got past them without Juju. So I don't know if UConn could have beat USC with Juju. So we would never know.
Let me ask both of you a question, okay? Do you think she need to sit out an entire ACL? Now, football is different, okay? Because you're playing on grass, all right? An ACL injury, and you have to play on a hard court. I don't recommend her trying to come back. Nick, I would recommend, if I was her father, I would recommend her sitting out an entire year. Take her time, rehab that leg for an entire year, and then maybe try to come back in 2027.
Yeah, and so because if she come back after a year, if she try to come back and 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 you know how some players come back and they not
Not ready.
not ready and not too sure of their injury, it's just gonna hold up. They gonna re-injure it. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think she need to take the year off just to rehab and get that leg, get used to it, and get that confidence back.
Hmm.
That's my thing. Snipe.
Um, yeah, I would definitely take a year off, especially when it comes to the ACL. That that's a 6 months recovery as it is, and then
Yeah,
now you got to get back into basketball shape.
Hmm.
Um, which you know, for and all you women do not take this to the grave. I'm gonna say this, but it's harder for you to lose weight than it is a dude to lose weight. Um, once you have this injury, because you're gonna be sitting around for a little bit. Um, the depression comes in a little bit, so you need to. I think that give her a good year. Still be around the team. Do what you got to do, rehab and all that stuff. But yeah, a good year because again, just like Amando said, you're on hard floor.
yeah,
You're on floor. You're on the floor. So
Yeah.
that impact on your knees is different than running on grass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Uh, so yeah, take that year off, sis, and get yourself better because I mean, even if you say you go into the league and they draft you, you still gonna sit out a year.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
You're gonna still sit out a year. And some NBA WNBA teams are willing to do that because of the caliber of player she is.
yeah, yep,
So I would definitely tell sis to sit down an hour or sit down a year and get the best rehab you can and get yourself ready for the next level.
yeah. And that the basketball court is not just wood. You know what's under that wood, don't you?
They got
Concrete.
spreads.
Cement, concrete.
cement and concrete, and that's the thing. The one player I know that towards ACL, he's a guy that towards ACL, he sat out a year and went on and had a great career. Kenyon Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so
Yep. Who you got winning that UCLA and UConn game? Sniper.
It's hard because I think UConn is going to play hard for Juju, and
You Juju played for
I mean
USC.
you UCLA. Um, but I think that UCLA is gonna win that side, and then I got South Carolina winning it all. I think they like I told you earlier, D Truth, that South Carolina just they found themselves and they peaked at the right time,
Yeah.
mm,
Yep. They did.
and because they struggled throughout the year. I mean, they had some losses that you would never thought that South Carolina, well, they were, but they're a young team. So I think they peaked at the right time, and I think I got South Carolina winning it all.
Yep. I got South Carolina. I got UConn. Hey, two coaches that have been there and done that, and I got South Carolina taking it all. Don't we? Everybody like. I guess somebody go back and watch the replay. Last part I pick like, oh, that's our SEC bias. No, it ain't. That's just the truth. What we. Hey, she on a mission.
Yeah, I mean this ain't football. This is female basketball, and you got to look at the how these players, UConn and South Carolina, peaked at the right time, because I didn't think UConn was going to have a big chance at one time because they was taking losses to teams that they shouldn't have lost to.
Yeah, you're right.
Um, so, but they peaked at the right time. They started gelling. They started doing what they had to do to win these games. So, but South Carolina just looked more
Ready.
finesse than any other team that's on this board right now.
Yeah, you're right. And
when you get deep in the tournament like this, D Truth, coaching experience is gonna matter.
yep.
Now, what y'all went through in 2019, Bruce Pearl had never been that far. That was new to him. This time around, it's tailor made for y'all.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, I'm just, he the only coach in it. He the only coach in. Well, Sampson has been there, but um, I could. This is his time, man.
Oh
This
yeah.
is his time. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. And so
He too nervous. He
this
don't even want to talk about it. He
no,
don't even
because it's
want
the
to talk.
women's show. It's the women's show. It's the women's show. It's the women's show.
Man, we've been talking about men stuff too, bro.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the women college basketball. I'm talking about the men tomorrow.
Mm,
So I'm talking about the men tomorrow because I still got to do a lot of my research about John Broom, elbow, and all that stuff because I know people gonna want to know about it. But
mm.
yeah, hey, I'm telling you, boy. Hey, everybody go watch it. I think the first game starts at 6 tomorrow, and the next one starts at 9 on ESPN. And the first one, and they got the SEC play, SEC, Texas and South Carolina playing first. So,
Mm.
so it's gonna be a good one. Any final words and shout outs that y'all want to get out there?
I'm ready for Final Four weekend, bro. On both
Yes,
sides,
sir.
it's gonna be very entertaining.
Are
I
you
think
entertained?
Oh
that it's gonna
yes,
be. This has been more entertaining than past years. So um, I can't wait. Can't wait to see what goes on.
this March Madness. I hate to say it, it outdid the 12-team playoff, in my opinion. I mean, what you think, Sniper? Yeah,
I I, I agree. I agree. This one brought a little bit more, you know, hype in the step, and I seen my boys made it to the dance, but they they forgot their dancing shoes at the front door. So
Mhm.
at the end of the day, but 40 years, that says something. They move in the right direction. I'm proud to see. I'm proud to see South Carolina to join that club, that three-peat club. Um, yeah, and if they get taken down, that's going to be exciting too, because everybody's going to fight to the end.
And the reason why I say the March Madness, this year's March Madness outdid the 12 team playoff because the seedings in the CFP was just jacked up. The seedings were terrible. I think it would have been much better if you would have had a Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Final Four. It would have been much better. The ratings would have been a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you got, arguably, in my opinion, you got the four best teams, the four teams that have been the best all year long: Auburn, Florida, Houston, and Duke. All four of them playing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, the Elite Eight, them teams right there, they was in the top 20, top 15, top 25 all year long. So it's just like on the women's side. Look what you got. You know what I'm saying? It just it was no it was no clear cut winner in either tournament.
I'm gonna tell you like this though, that Michigan State team, they're gonna be a problem next year.
Yeah, they're gonna be a problem.
Them boys went out like soldiers. I'm very impressed. I'm serious,
I was
man.
too.
I was very impressed. They went out like soldiers, bro. Any other team would have just laid down and took their
Yeah.
butt whipping, but they kept fighting at the end.
That Tom Izzo for you, bro. That Tom Izzo,
Yes,
that's
sir.
him. And you know what they say? Players take their character from their coaches. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I like that.
yeah. No, if your player not is don't take that from you, your image, your fight spirit, you ain't doing a good coaching job.
Mhm.
You know
Are
what
you gonna do
thing?
a post game tomorrow night?
I'm probably wind up doing a post game tomorrow night. I'm wind up probably
Okay.
doing one tomorrow night. You doing anything tomorrow?
I might. If I do anything to be short, like today, when I
Yeah.
got back, it'll be something short, real short.
Okay, okay. Listen, I'm gonna
Oh,
say
hey,
this right
Sniper,
now.
are you doing anything, Sniper? Are you doing anything tomorrow?
I'm not gonna do anything tomorrow, but I do have talked to another co-host, and we about to get our peanut butter and jelly's coming out, y'all. So I'm letting
Oh
y'all
Lord
know.
have mercy.
I already talked to her. That's why I told her to call. We about to put something on there, dog.
Uh-oh.
Or
This
peanut
guy.
butter and peanut butter and jam.
Peanut butter and jam,
Hey,
Hmm.
as long as
hey,
it's grape jam.
hey, look here. I'm going ahead and tell y'all, don't y'all be drinking nothing. Don't y'all be eating nothing. If you smoke anything for that little wacky stuff or anything else, don't do it. Not with them two.
No,
If y'all,
no,
if,
no,
look,
no,
if y'all know what we know,
Hmm.
no, no, no,
That
no.
thing will be age restricted.
yeah.
Hey, wait. Don't skip over the black mask over there, because this dude has cost me $5 so far of every drink that I had so far, because you for the last month. I'm like, what is everything all right at home? Because I've been spitting out everything that I have, and when it comes up, I was like, man, look, let me go ahead and eat now, during this 30 minutes before this fool gets up on here. Because man, I just want to know if everything cool with you, man. You godly.
Hey,
It's not only you. It's together too. Not
Yes.
only you. I know
anytime,
better.
anytime I drop a link in the chat and it says "Make 'em mad" short clip, you already know what's coming. You already know. You already know it's the AI action. And
Yeah.
Don't sip nothing. Don't put nothing in your mouth. Just don't put nothing in your mouth. Don't take no bite or nothing or anything.
Cause you might bite your tongue.
Man, I had to stop at the Quick Trip and get some paper towels one day and wipe down my windshield because I spit every bit of water out on that doggone thing, boy. I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this fool no more. I can't do it no more. Hey, and D Truth, I called this fool and I said, "Hey, man, the FBI looking for you. You out there?" I said, "Man, I'm trying to beat them back to where they came from, but they're hardly looking for you, man. You just murdering everybody."
Hey, look here. Look, like that's why I know. I already know when he come on. I'll wait till he get finished. See, I try to tell y'all. Y'all don't want to listen.
But D Truth, I mean, when he come on, I be hungry and I'll be like, "All right, he gonna come smooth with it." No, this dude's doing AI. This dude is doing. This dude is bringing out doggone paperwork. This dude is. I mean, I'm like, serious. Is everything okay, bro? I mean, you all right? Do you need a hug, Negro? I'm trying to the
Hey.
clips.
Hey, don't read the chat. You think he bad? Don't read the chat then.
Lord Jesus, I'll be praying for folks.
I don't make it no better. Cause I take some in there. He look down there. He like, I know he be thinking, should I read this or should I keep doing what I'm doing? And I'll say he read it like.
And you know the bad thing about it is he ain't letting nobody get no turns in. He just taking all this beat down for himself. I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah, man, cause I know y'all busy and everything. I said, well, shoot, man, hey, I be the one man game.
Yeah, because he already know. Hey, look, I let him do what he do. Let him do it.
Let
I
him
go-
cook.
Yep.
This fool been cooking for the last 3 weeks, and I'm like, God, is there anything left? Is there leftovers for anybody else? Can I get a bone for the
One
dog?
of y'all gonna have to step in because, bro, I ain't gonna have time to do it like that every day, man. You know, this clientele picking up, bro, workload picking up, man.
Yeah.
I did 3 today. It's been to go to 4, and as
Yeah.
close as it get to the summer, bro. So I'm gonna have to cut them clowns water off. For
Yep.
real, bro.
Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? The water gonna be cut off because we ain't sure they gonna be paying attention.
Mm-mm.
So, but yeah, and I finna go eat something because I knew he gonna say something funny up here. That way I ain't drink nothing and had nothing to eat. Ain't nothing about me.
Bro. You know when it comes to sports, bro, it's all business. All
Oh
business.
yeah. And tomorrow night, soon after that UCLA and UConn game, post game show. Hey, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. And,
All right,
and
I'll be here.
You'll be here. You ain't gotta
I'll
work.
be here.
We're gonna talk a little bit about SmackDown too tomorrow on the post
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. We gotta talk about SmackDown
Cause you know we got to do some WrestleMania shows leading
Oh,
up
yeah.
to WrestleMania and after.
Mm-hmm.
I might be in the bushes for that because I haven't got into the tight pants yet. I just
And then oh man, that Standing Live gonna be off the chain too.
Yes.
It's gonna be off the chain. So join us. We talk. Look, I talked about NASCAR the other night. We talk about all kinds of sports. So guess what? Join us. Hey, go and say your goodbyes and hello, whatever you got to do. Shout out your channel, whatever you got to do. Sniper.
Hey, y'all hit that like button and subscribe up. My man putting on great content. Hit that like button, subscribe up. And your boy is coming back. Just been busy. I get home and sitting in traffic for about an hour and a half. Don't even want to look at a phone or a computer. So, hey, your boy's coming back. Peanut butter and jam is about to hit this stage hard.
What channel?
It's gonna be on mine.
Okay. So we know. Armando. Boy, hey, go ahead.
right, everybody. Thank you all for coming out and joining us this evening. It's bringing back memories from the football shows that we were doing the fall this past fall. But yeah, man, come on out tomorrow night, and we'll talk about it tomorrow night. Who's gonna advance to the championship game? So salute to you together. Salute to you. So other than that, thank you all for coming out, supporting my little bro. Make sure you hit that like button. For those of you that are gonna watch the playback, make sure you hit that like button, and you can share the video. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And until next time, like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace and
Yeah, yeah. Together, you are late. You'll have to catch the replay. Hey, but I got to hand it to her. She learning about sports. Hey, I wish I had my the clapper hand on here to give her a hand, good clapper hand. She learning about sports, so continue hanging with us. You're gonna learn all about sports. So, but
Hey, maybe you new together and media should do should do their own little pregame score. I want to hear that.
I know one thing. We're going to have to give you new a refresher course because it's been a minute, and I don't want her forgetting everything that we taught her about football.
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, together said that'd be a mess. We know it would, but it'd
that's
be
why
funny.
we want you on there. We want to see that mess.
Yeah, it'd be funny. It'd be funny. Like I said, love and respect yourself. Cause when you love and respect yourself, you see through all the BS. Self love is the best love. Who can love you better than you love yourself? For my co-host, my guest, Armando Black, Sniper, and my chat. Peace. We are out of here.
Go dogs.